Hi, everybody. On this episode of Got an Itch, Scratch It, we're going to talk all about customizing your Scratch projects. So, as you already know, Scratch has a really great built in gallery with different backdrops, sprites, costumes, and sounds, but sometimes there's just not enough of what you're looking for to create a perfect project. So, in this episode, we're going to talk about how you can find or create your own sounds, sprites, costumes, and backdrops in order to get everything you need for that perfect project. So, what I suggest is continue off of the 10 block challenge if you've already done it. If not, you can check out last month's episode or just Google Scratch 10 block challenge. So, those are the basic beginner's blocks, and then students can use whatever different blocks of code that they're familiar with. So, I did a customized Thanksgiving Scratch project. So I'll hop over to Scratch and I'll show you what I've done. And you can also check out this page here with links to all different items that we're going to talk about, customizing sounds and sprites and backdrops. So here's my project, and I will just let it run while I talk. As you can see here, I have it set up sort of like the 10 block challenge using some new blocks. And I have it set so when I click on my sprite, she'll start to speak, and then the backdrop's going to change, and you'll hear some sounds too. So for starters, I found this sprite. It's my own sprite. It wasn't in the gallery. And you'll notice that her costume changes too. This is something that I did myself. So for sprites, what you're going to look for are PNG images. Basically, what that means is it's an image with the background or the backdrop removed. Typically, they look like checkerboard photos. So I have a really great site. It's called Kiss PNG, and I have it here. And what you'll do is you'll type up top here for the image you're looking for. So if I want a turkey, I'm just going to click on it up top here. And then if you scroll down, you'll start to see all of the images come in. Notice that you're starting to see these checkerboard backdrops. Okay, so this means we're going to get just the turkey, no extra stuff. So what you're going to do is just click on the download button, make sure that it downloads as a PNG file. With this site, I think it asks you to just click a checkbox to ensure that you're not a robot and you're not a computer program just trying to download a bunch of stuff. So you're going to click on the box, I'm not a robot, and then you're going to download and save your PNG image. Okay, you can find PNG files all over the web. This just happens to be a site that I prefer. I've already downloaded it, so I'm just going to close it out for now. So back into Scratch here, if I want to upload my own sprite, I'm going to come to this box here. So when I click on this, you're just going to search for the PNG file that you downloaded. Okay. And then it's going to pop up here in my sprites gallery. And you'll see here we are. We have our cute little turkey, right? No backdrop, just plain old turkey. And we can program it and do whatever we want with it. So all sprites have costumes. It's the different ways that the sprite appears. So if you click on costume, you'll see this turkey only has one. If I go to my other one, it has 3 different costumes. So what I did is I actually went onto my sprite and I duplicated her just by right-clicking and hit duplicate. And then I just changed her. So I gave her an apron for when she's talking about cooking. And then I did what looks like her hand is down so I can mimic her waving. And you'll see that in my script. So in that case, I just tweaked my sprite to have different costumes. If you pull a sprite from the sprites gallery, so something like this, and go to costumes, you may or may not see different costumes built in. So students can customize and alter these, or they can pick different costumes if there are some. So with this guy here, for instance, if we wanted to change his shirt color, I have the paint bucket here, and if we click on his shirt, you can see that we're starting to change it. It's not perfect by any means, but you can come in and you can use the brush and really kind of fill it in and make it look super neat. Okay, so there are built-in tools for the sprites in order to customize them. Same works for backdrops. So if you look over here, you can see that I have 5 backdrops. So if I click on the stage and then I'm in backdrops here, you can see all of the different backdrops that I have. So same thing, just like Sprites, except this time you can pull any image file that you want. You're just going to come to this button here and upload any image file that you want, and you can turn it into a backdrop. You can also edit those backdrops once they're in. So anything that you have, you can use these tools to customize. You can also draw your own backdrop, just like with the Sprites. You click on this little paintbrush, and when you do that, it's going to give you a blank backdrop that you can edit and tweak. So see, here it is. So if you want just plain old colors, you do something like this, or you can draw or create anything that you want. So that's Sprites, and that's backdrops. Okay, so you can do custom ones, or you can draw your own, or you can tweak what's already there. So last thing we'll talk about is sound. So you may have noticed in my project, if I wasn't talking over it, click right here, is I have 2 sounds. One sound is something that's already built in. It's called Medieval 2. But then the other sound that I found is turkey. So I have a turkey gobbling. You can find sounds on the web, or you can create your own sounds. So you just come to the Sounds tab up top here. If you go to this button, it's going to choose from the library that's in Scratch. If you hit this one here, you can record a new sound. So some fun things that you could try is have 2 devices, one device playing a sound, and then this device recording it. So you can get some music or sound effects, or you can come here and you can upload a sound from a file. So if you found something on the web that you wanted to use, or if you previously recorded it, you can upload it here. So that's what I did. I found a turkey sound on the web, I saved it, and then I brought it in here and I have it. You can also sort of tweak these sounds by trimming them, cutting them down to size, or adding different effects. So that's it for this episode. We wanted to keep it kind of simple since there's so much going on, but we wanted you to know all of the different options that you have when you're working with Scratch. So check out my November challenge. You'll find all different links here for the things that I spoke about, and I'm really excited to see some really cool things that the students are creating. So if you have any awesome stuff that you want to share, just send it to aburns@yorktown.org, and I can feature them in a special Crampon Star Scratchers gallery right on Scratch for all of our friends to see. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to working with you.